friends, it's Terri Gaines. In this video, I'm going to share 16 cards I created using the Wildflower Birthday Specialty paper, the coordinating two-tone 12 by 12 cardstock, and the party banner dies. I did use a few other products. I will share those as I share the cards. These party banner dies have been fun to create with. My last video tutorial, I did use those dies for this card. In the text portion of this video, I will have a link to this video tutorial. And I also have another card. It's the very same card, the same product, just different color cardstock, different color blends, and ink pad. So this was so fun to create. I said right in the video, I was excited to make more cards. So that's what I want to share in this video tutorial. Before I move on, I want to let you know that these party banner dies are bundled with the party alphabet dies. When they're bundled, you save 10%. They are on page 86 of Stampin' Up's annual catalog. You can also find them in the online store. And you can see that if they're bundled together, you get a 10% savings, or you can purchase them separately. I also have some cards I created with the dies, and I will link to that video tutorial where I use those dies to create these fun Halloween cards. So let's talk about the cards in this video tutorial. I mentioned I'm making 16. I use 1/2 of the package of the designer series paper and 1/2 of the coordinating cardstock packet. The designer series paper, you get 2 each of these 4 double-sided designs. There's a background on the back side, and on the front side there's a beautiful design, and it has embellished with a gold foil. So you get these 4, plus you get this design, and this has all of these elements. I use these for the cards. The back side is this pretty floral print. Plus you get 2 of these sheets. They're 12 by 12, and all of these images are die cut. So as I mentioned already, I used 1/2 of the packet, so I still have the other 1/2 left. Now that designer series paper has a coordinating two-tone cardstock packet. Stampin' Up sells all of their exclusive colors in the two-tone cardstock. It's 12 by 12 or 12 by 12 cardstock. It's dark on one side, which is the true color of the exclusive color, and then it's light on the other side. So you can use this for multiple different projects. I'm using it for my card bases and for layering. And as I mentioned, it's an assorted pack, so you already have the coordinating colors. It works out perfect. So before I move on with this is what I'm using most of the card bases with. So while I have this sitting on the camera, I'm going to show you that I was able to get 2 card bases per 12 by 12 sheet, plus this piece right here. Now this piece right here is what I cut out. I grabbed the largest die. I think this die will work. I can cut out 3 of these banners out of this sheet. So that helped me decorate. And then 2 card bases. The card bases are 11 by 4.5, and I've scored it at 5.5 and folded this. I like the dark side on the outside. And what I did, there are 14 of these banner dies. I count the largest is number 1. So I took die number 5, the fifth largest one. Oh goodness. And then what I did was I put this, so this blade right here does not cut. It's right on the fold, or right to the fold. And I ran that through my die cutting machine, so I retained that fold and got a banner shaped card base. So that's what I did with all 6 of these designs. I cut them the same, got 3 banners here, 2 card bases, and then I had a little strip left over, and that's now in my scrap bin. So anyway, I wanted to let you know about that. So now I'm going to share a couple more things. My goal is to give you all the details, so if you are using the product, you have all the tips. All of my sentiments for these cards are created with the More Messages bundle. This bundle is a stamp. There's 1 image or 1 stamp and 1 die. I'm going to quick show you how this works. So I typically take my my inside, or my goodness, that paper out of the inside here when I do my videos, because it does not, to prevent the glare from the lights. But when I do use my stamp, I also take it out. It is a large stamp. You need a large, our largest block, or I just keep it right in my stamp pad, my stamp case. So I have my stamp here, and what I'm going to do is ink this up with basic gray ink. I feel basic gray is a great color to use for your sentiments. It coordinates with almost every color. And what I'm doing is I'm just tapping it on. Now, I'm not pushing hard, I'm just tapping. And you can see I've got to watch the edges. The edges are the place that you really need to make sure you have a good coverage. Now, I'm tapping, I'm not pushing, I'm just tap, tap, tap. Just making contact, lifting it, making contact. The goal when you stamp to get the best image is just have your ink on the surface of your stamp. When you push down, you get it in the crevices, and that's going to get, in some cases, a blurry image. Now, I have my paper cut, and what I'm going to do is just kind of make sure I get this centered, and I'm going to attempt to put this down, and I'm going to place it down. And just once I get it down, I'm going to hold on to it. Now, I used to take my fingers and rub across here. I now take a clear block. The clear blocks are solid, and I just feel I get a better even coverage. So I'm taking the clear block, moving it around to get my ink on this paper. Now, one thing about it is you do not want to move the paper because you could get a blurred image, and I think I did pretty good. Now what I can do is take my chamois. Now this is a chamois that we sell in our Stampin' Up! Sells, and I cut mine into fourths, a quarter of a sheet. It's damp, it's just like a regular chamois that once it dries, it hardens, so you need to put it in the sink, rinse it, and get it damp. But the beauty of it is I can just take it, pick it up, clean that up, rinse this, and I do store mine in a plastic stamp case. And now what I can do is just take this paper, put it back in here. We're done talking about it, showing it on the camera, and I have it all ready for next time. Now that I have this, I can take this die, place this die over here, and get that all lined up, get everything lined up. I do hold it down with some transparent Post-it notes on my platform, run that through my die cutting machine, and I will get all of those sentiments already die cut. And there are some great sentiments in here, and that's what I use for these cards. So I did this. Now I'm going to tell you what happened to me. I had my paper too close to the edge, so when I die cut this, I lost the oval shape. That's okay, because let me see, maybe I could grab this card. I can just put that on the edge of the white piece, and I can still utilize that. So if you have that happen to you, don't throw it away. You can still use it. Just line it up to the edge of your cardstock. So that's what I did here. Now, as I mentioned, I have 16 cards. I also want to let you know that for some of the cards, I use gold foil. Now, when you use gold foil, it's a specialty paper. I'm going to give you a tip. With your gold foil, what I did, let's talk about the card base. That was number 5. I took die number 6. My stack is all messed up here. So I took die number 6, which is just smaller than the card base. Oh goodness, I should probably fix that. I took that and put that down. I cut my paper so that would work out. So now what I did was, if that was 6, let me apologize for this. If that was 6, let me just get my stack in order here again. What I did then was, if that was 6, then I skipped 7 and I went to 8. I took die 8. I skipped 9 and took die 10. I skipped 11 and took die 12. and then I took 14, the smallest one. I took all of those. I placed them right on here. I used my Post-it notes to hold it down. I ran those through my die cutting machine, and I got all of these. This is what I got. I got these all cut out. And the reason I did that is you can maximize all of your papers, including the ones that are cut out of the cardstock. I got these little banners cut out of this piece and of this piece. So once you cut all of those out, these were the even numbers. Then you take the odd number dies and then you can adhere them, and no one's going to know that you have missing paper back there. It's a great way to maximize your specialty paper along with your all your decorative layers, or all your different layers. So that's a tip I wanted to share with you. And now I think we can go to the cards. So I mentioned I had 16 cards. There are 6 of the two-tone cardstock. If I got 2 per card, or 2 per 12 by 12, that's 12. I got 4 more from this designer series paper. I cut 1 card base from each one of these, and I utilized those. So that's the first cards I want to share with you. When I cut out of the designer series paper, it's lighter weight. I put a piece of basic white just to stabilize that a little bit, and I embellished all of these with the designer series paper. I already shared this beautiful paper, and this paper here, you can see that that's that birthday cake. I did use the exposed brick embossing folder, and then I mentioned the white on the inside, and then I embellished some of the insides. So I have 1 each card made with those 4 different designer series papers, and these are all embellished with the different pieces like this. Now, or the different elements there. So those are those 4 cards. Now, the next group of cards I'm going to share with you are from this decorated with these elements here. We have this card that I just used some of the floral images, and I have this is the soft seafoam color, and this green is the old olive. Here is one of the embellishments from this, and that is the inside. The beauty of this is the inside is the light color, and then I cut that out of the dark color so I could get the contrast there. Here's another one with that beautiful bouquet. Here's one with the balloon and the cupcake, and I used the designer series paper, the pattern side for that. Here's one that I maximized my paper, and I cut this out of the inside, or the middle layers. Now you can also turn your card this way. You can have your card open this way. Now this piece, I want to share where that came from. That is the other piece of designer series paper that had all of these layers. So I used this piece right here, and this might not be the right die. They're all stacked differently here. This probably is not the right die, but envision it's this next smaller, but I cut that out. I just cut it out like that. And so that's a fun card. Oh, they're all fun to create. Oh, here's another one that I put designer series paper on the inside. Now this piece here, I wanted to get the balloon and the hand, so I took this one and I took this die and I cut it this way. And then you can see right here, it's maximized right there. I put multiple layers here, including maximizing the specialty paper. That's the outside of this card, and that's the inside, which is also from the same sheet. Here's this cupcake. The banner does go into that, but I was okay with that. I was happy with how that one turned out. Same thing with this cake. I lost the tree stand, but I was okay with that. I just put a little embellishment there. And for this one, I have these 2 I took the banner that fit the best for those two and did that. And on the inside, I just have the cardstock. And for the last one, I used this embellishment. I used the gold banner and designer series paper. I really maximized that gold foil. And then I added a little cupcake to the inside. I hope you enjoyed this video, just sharing you some ideas on how you can create these cards using the Wildflower birthday specialty paper, coordinating two-tone cardstock, and these amazing banner dies. Reach out if you have any questions. Take care and happy creating.